UAW turned up the heat on day 40 of its historic stand-up strike, calling on 5,000 workers at General Motors' Arlington assembly plant in Texas to hit the picket line.
This comes just a day after the union targeted one of Stellantis' biggest moneymakers, the Sterling Heights assembly plant. That is where we find Andres Gutierrez, who spoke with a labor expert about how these moves will impact the bargaining table.
Within 2 weeks, the UAW has hit the most profitable plants at each of the big three. Insiders tell me this creates the maximum amount of disruption without bringing those automakers to their knees. But will it bring more concessions to the table?
Put that in your morning coffee, Mary Bearer.
This morning's walkout at GM's largest plant in Arlington, Texas, came hours after the automaker announced they made a profit of just over $3 billion in their most recent quarter, even with the ongoing strike, which executives say is costing them about $200 million a week.
What we've got to do is make sure that number one, we sign a contract that we know we can compete in the global marketplace, because we want to make sure that these are good jobs and they're good jobs for the next people as well that are going to taking over. We're protecting the brand, the company, the franchise in the future.
The union was planning to strike the plant that makes the Chevy Tahoe and Cadillac Escalade almost 3 weeks ago, but GM avoided it by agreeing to put EV battery plant workers under the union's master agreement. However, with no significant progress since then, the union made GM its target today.
I think the UAW is feeling some internal pressure to get this over with, and what it wants to do is to get the companies to be more forthcoming.
GM says it's offered the union a record contract, including a 23% pay hike, along with cost of living adjustments. In a statement, they wrote in part, "We're disappointed by the escalation of this unnecessary and irresponsible strike. It is harming our team members who are sacrificing their livelihoods and having negative ripple effects on our dealers, suppliers, and the communities that rely on us." What do you think would be his next move? What cards do you think he has in play here?
Well, his degree of freedom are running thin. His options are narrowing as he has struck more plants. So his next set of options might be to ramp up with another plant or two, or to go on a company-wide basis. But he's reaching that tipping point in which the members are going to say, we've got to apply maximum pressure to see if they can be more forthcoming, and that may force ultimately a company-wide strike at one or more of them.
That said, Ford will report its earnings after the markets close on Thursday. We'll see if the union calls for another strike expansion then. In Sterling Heights, Andres Gutierrez, CBS News, Detroit.